All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare, techniques, you name it. This crowd is ready as there does its job. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so confident.
You're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Watch the safety creep. Tight dog, tight dog. Regular. 5 wide.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 70. Watch my board. And let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Push him back. Push him back. Jack.
On 1st down, McFarland. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
319. It's on field.
On second down, Michelle. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hey, Mike, 15. Not today, Mark. Not today.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a...
Uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. And they will run it with Michelle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Second and goal from the 1. Michelle going to try again, and he is going to be down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 2-yard touchdown grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
It's your time, baby. We did it.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get off the field.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
80 weapon. 58's the line.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter, so get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Here we go. 50. Plant. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Ready, go.
On second down, Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else stays ready. And they were, and they picked that one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 7 yards away as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game. Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead. How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life. No doubt about it. But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling. And happy. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far? Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch tight end. 4 down, check. 4 down. Ready to go.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down. But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. And Gay knocks this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe. Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm coming for you, son.
Back to throw here. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Ready to break. 53, Mike. I'm coming. Get it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. L.J. Collier, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Undercrush.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Next to score, Buccaneers 28, Steelers 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here we go.
The Steelers take over 1st
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Yeah. You don't want none?
No. Off.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st down, Steelers.
Chopper.
54 Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. They're going to look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why?
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
53 Mike.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. Scene 6. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
53 is the mic. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. I got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Watch the pass.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
We got 4. We got 4.
66. Bullet.
2nd down and inches. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the Buccaneers' 14-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check 52. Pilot 64. Weeks. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 14 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Double dog. That's the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire.